My name is Ard-Pieter de Man. I'm a professor of management studies here at the Vrije Universiteit, and my area of specialization is knowledge networks, innovation, especially the effect of digitization on organizational structures. I work at the university 2 days a week, and the other 3 days I work as an independent management consulting. And I've always enjoyed working both in academia and in practice. I think it's very fruitful. On the one hand, I like to translate findings from the literature, from academic research to practice, but also the other way around. There are a lot of questions that are not researched at the university, but that managers still have. And I like to bring those into research and research them myself or together with my PhD students. Since I focus on digitization, you really see that all organizations, private, not-for-profit, they're struggling with the effect of digitization on their organization. And that is internally, employees need to behave differently or need to acquire new skills. It's strategically, you need to develop new niches in the market or think about how you're going to communicate with your stakeholders online. There are also a lot of problems with digitization. And for example, Apple last year removed over 400,000 apps that were somehow illegal, not appropriate, or didn't function technically. So those kind of challenges are things I study, and my consulting is about that as well. Privacy is of course also an important issue. How much data can you share? What type of data can you gather? How do you deal with new laws and regulations? That's also a changing field because each year there are new requirements. So that's a very big field. And you see that organizations also have to set up separate departments to manage all those questions. So there's a very big effect on the organization structure. One of the things that I'm working on now that's really interesting is it's in the digitization area, where we always think that this is such a fast-moving world, so what can we plan for the long term? You really need to be aware of what are the fundamental changes that are going on inside your business and inside society, and keep focus on that, because if you don't do that, then basically you're also lost in the short term in terms of what should the direction of our company be. So whereas a lot of people think, okay, we need to be more flexible to deal with changes, I find that actually you need to be much more strategic in your thinking to deal with all the short-term issues that come up. I think what's unique about the department that we work in is that we look at organizations on so many different levels. So we've people working on the micro level, so the individual career tracks. We've people working on the organization level. We've people working on more the societal level and how that affects organizations. And that for me is very fruitful, because if I have an issue in research on any of those fields, I can always go to a colleague and they know the answer, or they know somebody who has the answer. And I think having those different levels of analysis in our department is a really strong point of the way we work.